Seeking treatment is a courageous step, and we need to provide a welcoming environment, understanding the uncertainty that the new patient or client may be experiencing. In some cases, we have daily interactions with people accessing our services, which provides an incredible opportunity to positively impact their health and their life.
My name is Jade Christian. I'm an Aboriginal peer education support worker, and I'm a proud Wiradjuri woman. A little bit about myself is that I used drugs from a young age. I used drugs for 16, 17 years, and then my nan died, and that was time where I thought, it's time to get off drugs. Life's too short, and my kids were getting older. I was on the run for 12 months, and then I went and handed myself in. And when I handed myself in, I got Merit, and Merit is a program where you get counselling. I thought, I could do this for 12 weeks. It was 12 weeks of my life. So I'd done it for 12 weeks, and during the time when I was on the run, I had a mate that really helped me out. He helped me out with money, he helped me out with food, a place to stay, everything. And then when I went to court, I found out that my friend died. And then I thought, I'll do this for him, I'll do this for me, I'll do this for my kids. And then I went to TAFE, and I'd done Cert 4 in Community Development, Cert 4 in Alcohol and Other Drugs, and I'd done my diploma in Alcohol and Other Drugs. And then I got a job. And then during this time I was on the methadone program, and I'm going strong 10 years later. I'm not running around looking for drugs. I'm not on drugs anymore. I've worked for 10 years, and I've got certificates and a diploma. So yeah, it changed my life for the better. I've experienced stigma and discrimination at a pharmacy where I was getting dosed. I was just getting followed around. I was looking for some medication, and I got followed around thinking that I was going to steal something when I was just there to get dosed. Also, I experienced having to wait outside until the people who aren't on methadone get served first. And then you'd have to wait outside, and there'd be a lot of people outside waiting to get their methadone medication, and we'd have to wait like 40 minutes. The behaviour of the pharmacist could have derailed my whole treatment journey, but because of my strong character, it didn't, and I changed pharmacists. Others would go back to what they know best, and they wouldn't come back to the pharmacy. The pharmacist didn't see me for who I was, and he judged me for who he thought I was.
Pharmacists have a role in reducing stigma, and we can do this by focusing on the person first, not their lived experience with substance use. We make a point to get to know the person, especially on their first visit to the pharmacy. We sit down and meet them where they're at. We explain what they can expect from us and what we require from them.
The most common myths I hear from pharmacists are they're worried having a person accessing an OTP service will impact other customers in the store. There's a perception that they may be aggressive or argumentative, and I've heard pharmacists worry that they may steal from their store. We've developed a great relationship and rapport with people accessing our services over the years. When we have had an issue, the AOD clinics have been very supportive in helping us manage them, and by and large, the clients really seem to love coming to us. Some of them choosing to have in-store dosing more often than necessary because of the environment we've fostered.
Just like in many other areas of service delivery, there may be cases where pharmacists have had poor experiences, but we do our best to avoid them by providing a safe healthcare environment and giving the customer reasons to respect us, just as we respect them. A pharmacy should be a place where anyone accessing our services feel respected, valued, and cared for as whole people. We ensure that people accessing OTP get the same service as anyone else, including not having to wait longer than others, offering flexibility in times that the person can access the pharmacy if they have regular dosing, having the same access to the pharmacy as any other person, helping the person with their other health needs, trying to see the whole person, not just the narrow therapeutic interaction they are having with us at that time.
Pharmacists can reduce stigma by choosing the words they use and being mindful that non-verbal language is also very important. Person-centred, clear and non-judgemental language is best. Resources such as Language Matters are good to use as a guide for best practice.
Jade, tell me, pharmacists that you've dealt with, okay, can you tell me about a positive experience that you've had going into a pharmacy?
My pharmacy makes me feel heard. They make me feel welcome. And I'm always supported. And I'm happy. I'm happy where I am with my pharmacist.
That's
and I
fantastic.
trust them.
That's really cool. So you feel like they're encouraging you
Yes.
on that part of the journey?
Yes, encouraging me. I wouldn't be where I am today without my pharmacist.
Yeah. So that's given you the confidence in yourself
Yes,
to be able to get to where you are at the moment.
yes, yes, I work now. So, you know, they're supportive with the hours that I work, and especially when I see the doctor. Yeah, they work around and flexible with my work days.
Yeah, that's great. And I think that'd be really professionally rewarding for them as well, knowing that you're coming in there with a smile on your face, looking forward to interacting with them as well. We certainly find that ourselves, that when we see people who've had a lot of challenges in their lives, who've actually then come through, and we can see the change in them. And so what difference do you think a positive experience with a pharmacist can have on people's treatment journey?
It's had a big impact on my confidence and my ability to get to where I am today, because I wouldn't be working and I wouldn't be doing so good if I didn't have a good pharmacist to get me through and help me through. My pharmacist doesn't set me up to fail. It sets me up to get through and make sure I'm doing the best I can with my treatment journey.
So when we reflect back when you started with them 10 years ago through to where you are now, how's that interaction that you've had with them affected your journey and where you've gotten to now?
I don't doubt myself anymore. I know that I can do whatever I need to do, or whatever I can do, or whatever I put my mind to, and it will be done.
So Jade, it's interesting that you talk about your experience, because we've had an experience a lot like that ourselves. Over the years, what we found when we first started with the program, we didn't really have a lot of confidence with it, but we knew that we wanted to try to set up the service in a way that reduced stigma for people and that made it a really enjoyable time. And what we found was, by asking the people accessing our service to help us to set the service up, it became more of a partnership, and they really seemed to enjoy the process, and it gave us confidence that what we were doing was going to help to reduce stigma for the people actually coming in. And so practically what that's meant for us is that when somebody comes in, we actually have their name printed on a card. We put that card into a basket just like any other prescription. And that means that when their name gets to the front of the queue and it's their turn to be served, we then serve them like we do any other person who's coming in to access any other service for us. And so the experience that you had hopefully won't happen to anybody coming in to access our services. Our aim is to treat everyone coming into our pharmacy the way we would want to be treated, or how we would want our family members to be treated. We set expectations early and do our best to live up to our promises to treat people with respect, and expect they will do the same for us in return.